AITH for wanting to walk away from my marriage and the child we were raising after finding out the child is biologically my husband's? Posted by Lexianndry. There's a lot to this, and it's all newly revealed to me, so I'm still processing, and I'm sure I'll be all over the place. I'm so angry about all this. My husband's sister adopted a child 4 years ago. She had talked before about being a single mom by choice, and when her friend had a child she didn't want to raise, she said it made sense to step in and offer to become the baby's mom. Everyone was supportive and welcomed the child into the family. 2.5 years ago, my husband's sister was diagnosed with MS. She unfortunately declined rapidly and asked us to take in her child, and we agreed. We had not yet had children of our own at that point, which made it easier. We made sure she still spent time with her child, and she asked that we continue raising the child, and I'm saying the child to keep anonymity, no matter how bad she gets or if she dies. We agreed. My husband never acted weird around the child, never acted like he had some secret. He acted like an uncle willing to step in and raise his sister's child. Recently, his sister confessed to me that my husband was the biological father of this child. She said my husband and her best friend used to hook up occasionally, and he did it again right before we got married, and this child is the results of his infidelity. I was sick. She told me she couldn't keep lying to me because eventually it would come out, and she wanted to minimize the damage. I confronted my husband, and he denied it, so I asked him to do a DNA test. He's the father, there's no doubt. DNA confirmed he's the biological father. He told me nothing happened since we were married, and he loves me, and he's sorry for what he did. He said it was a drunk night before our wedding, and he would never do something like that again. Then he said he wanted us to be a family and offered to adopt his child and raise them as our own. He told me this doesn't have to end us. I left the house and have been staying with my sister since the DNA results. I'm disgusted and I don't want to sign up for this. I know that baby is innocent, but I now can only see what my husband did, and I cannot imagine raising them and acting like their mom and keeping my husband in my life. My husband's sister has reached out to apologize multiple times, and she told the rest of their family the truth also. My husband's parents have tried to contact me to get me back to my husband. They have told me I have a family now and I can't leave, and especially not with their daughter unable to raise this baby again. I had to block them because their messages were blaming and shaming me more and more for not agreeing to marriage counseling and moving forward as a family. I don't see a way back from this, but I have been in this child's life since birth and raised them for more than 1.5 years. I just know I could never be a good mom to them, knowing what I know. AITH for wanting to divorce and walk away. Mad Gecko Lady comments, NTA, he can look after his own child and his family can help. I would never get over that betrayal. OP response, I can't see a way to get past it either. The disgust I feel about everything that's happened only gets worse the longer I sit with it. Kate Not Edwino comments, I can't imagine how you feel right now. Just the utter betrayal and them all expecting you to be fine with it all is insane. OP response, I feel so much disgust and hurt that this was kept from me. It would have hurt either way, once he cheated, but I could have walked away, and far easier since we were not married yet. But this went on so much longer and got far deeper. He's a father to someone else's child, a child he fathered days before our wedding. Ravenclaw Princess 99 comments, NTA, a one-night stand before the wedding would have been enough of a reason for divorce, but lying to you for 4 years about his affair child, not even taking proper responsibility for it until his sister got sick, is disgusting. If he'd told you the truth, maybe you could have forgiven him, but that would be up to you. He even denied it once you told him you knew the truth by refusing to do the DNA test. He's the AH and you're well shot of him. OP response, it would have been for me. Drunk or not, cheating is not something I could ever forgive, and I would never want to because it invites it to happen again, in my opinion. The trust was already broken, but to lie about his child and to let me raise his child with someone else without even knowing that fact is killing me. And the way he wants to erase what he did and for us to adopt his child with someone else tells me he doesn't care about the hurt it caused me. He only cares about moving on with zero consequence for what he did. Bino526 comments, "Don't forget that his sister and probably the rest of his family knew as well. To berate you for leaving is crazy. Move on and don't look back. He does not deserve you." Continue to be NC forever with any of the screeching flying family monkeys or friends who try to guilt, bully, gaslight, or manipulate you into changing your mind and accepting this situation. Deal with him only through your lawyer. Update me. OP response, "His sister knew, but they kept it from the rest of the family, so I wouldn't find out. The rest of the family found out from his sister afterward, and still his parents expect me to just get over it." Brown-Eyed Girl 1 comments, "This was an extreme betrayal, and I would absolutely not go back. You need to at the very least stay separated, get some therapy, and figure out how to navigate this. Even if you were able to get past this somehow, it would take a long road with lots of work from him. You just going right back and helping raise his child makes it as if he has no consequences. But honestly, I don't know how most people could go back from this and not hold extreme resentment. You might end up hating him and even the child. This isn't just normal infidelity. He had a baby and was totally okay to let his child grow up not knowing who he is. That's the kind of man this is. If he had told you up front and been honest, maybe you could have worked through this somehow." OP response, "If he had told me right away, I could have left before the child was born and before we were married. Walking away would be super easy then. Now he's doing everything he can to tangle me to this child as much as possible, so I feel like I can't leave, and I hate him for it."